At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349, and that's 304-579-7349, or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Martinsburg High School for Martinsburg Musselman Boys Basketball edition as these two teams get ready to take the floor. Musselman, since beating Martinsburg, has been playing its best basketball, coming off of two EPAC upsets in back-to-back Friday nights over Hedgesville and Spring Mills just this past Friday. Martinsburg can't seem to buy a win, has been competitive against both of those teams, but unable to win games down the stretch despite the fact that they have been competitive. I'm Nick Verzolini. Alongside me is Colin McLaughlin. John Alderton on camera tonight. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. And Colin, it's two teams kind of going in different directions entering this game here tonight. So, Musselman has been clicking on all cylinders, and Martinsburg just can't seem to win a game.
Yeah, you briefly mentioned it. Musselman started off the year 2-7 overall, but since that first win over Martinsburg, they are now 6-1 in the last 7 games. 8-8 overall, and looking like one of the hottest teams in the Eastern Panhandle after knocking off both Spring Mills and Hedgesville at home in the past 2 weeks. And then for Martinsburg, the only win they've had in their past, let me count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So past 6 games, 1 win, 5 losses. It's been a rough season for Martinsburg with no answers in sight, it almost seems like, unfortunately for the Bulldogs too, even though they're going to attempt to do so with a little bit of a shakeup of the starting 5.
We'll get to that a little bit later in the pregame show. But you're right, Kyle. I mean, Martinsburg has had leads, though, in these games. They had an 8-point lead against this Musselman team at halftime. They had a lead against Spring Mills. They were in the game against Hedgesville at times early and then kind of let it slip in the second half and fourth quarter. This team has the ability to win games. They just can't close them out. You can see the talent on the court. And we are going to see a change in the starting lineup, maybe due to getting some guys that have played big roles off the bench, because we've talked about it. This team still is yet to fill out its rotation, really. And at the end of the game, we see guys that didn't start the game, but because those guys have been playing hard, they're in the game late. But it's kind of hard to get into any rhythm when you weren't in the game for the first half or the first three quarters, and coach gives you an opportunity because he's not seeing the effort he wants to see from the other guys or whatever the case may be. And then you're kind of all of a sudden it's a close game and you're trying to rely on guys that haven't played the whole game to try to win it. It's tough to do. Yeah,
it is tough to do, and hopefully the change that is being made today for Martinsburg benefits them. But I feel like if it does, it's, at least on paper, more on the defensive end where you really see the two players that are coming in to start today that you don't typically see start. It's defensive effort that they really like. You haven't really seen any offensive production in big spurts for those two, and that's what Martinsburg lacked in the loss to Hedgesville on Friday. We mentioned it during the game. We mentioned it during the sports mix earlier today. They only had 4 guys in the score column, and the majority of it was Chase Shipley with 27 out of the 41 points. You need offensive production. Yes, defensive effort's great. You love to see it, but you need guys that can score the basket, take it to the hoop, and make plays and be somebody to help out offensively so that Shipley doesn't have to carry the load again. And I question if these two guys can do that tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if it's able to help give Martinsburg that spark offensively, but sometimes that defense can lead to easy offense, so we'll have to wait and see. But on the Musselman side too, Colin, we kind of saw this coming, even though it got off to such a tough start with the 2-7 record. We knew that Musselman come this time would be playing better basketball than how they started the year, because Coach Basile and this program is just known for being competitive, being tough, and really that's every Musselman athletic team. They don't go down without a fight, and as the year has gone on, they've gotten better, they got healthier, and everybody else is kind of losing players due to different things, and Musselman's gaining players, and they're all of a sudden a real threat to do what they did last year and surprise everybody and make it to the state tournament.
Yeah, we knew they had talent and athletes. They just had to put it all together, and that's what we were waiting for because of the guys that graduated last year. We knew this was going to be a fresh team, even though they have the athletes. They just didn't have the chemistry yet, and once that got put together, you were able to add Wollaston into the lineup. This team is a serious threat in the Eastern Panhandle and a team not to be taken lightly. And even though it's an 8-8 team, you can't. You expected this, as you said, Nick. Even though they were 2-7, you knew eventually that Coach Basile was going to have this team be a fighter. We saw it last year. We've seen it time and time again. Even if they didn't make the states, you could never count them out. Well, last year they made it to states with a similar situation, and this year they're looking to do the same. And right now, the only team that's really in their way, if you look at it, is Jefferson, and that's the same section anyway. We've already seen them knock off Hedgesville and Spring Mills, and if they're able to knock off Martinsburg, why not think that this team in Musselman can be a team to head back to Charleston this year?
All of a sudden, it looks like we could see Jefferson Musselman again, and that would be not what we predicted, not what we necessarily thought early in the season, but we did think Musselman would get better. But now they're right in the mix and certainly have established themselves. Well, we'll hear from the two teams' head coaches on the other side of this break. This is the Sunset Water Services countdown to tip-off. Sunset Water Services is proudly installing water softeners in Martinsburg and Berkeley County since 1989. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com. Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game.
Hi, this is Lauren from Orsini's right here in Martinsburg. Grilling is not just for the boys. We are a Platinum Traeger dealer carrying the Pro Series all the way up to the Timberline Series. We have every flavor of wood pellets along with accessories, rubs, sauces. Not just Traeger, we carry Utz, Meat Church, Lanes, and Dizzy Pig. We also carry a full line of Yeti products. Orsini's has everything to complete your backyard. Visit us at 360 Hack Wilson Way or at Orsinis.com.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
The Martinsburg Fieldhouse, and as we get into our coaches' interviews, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, friendly. We'll start with our coaches' interview with head coach Derek Basil of the Musselman Applemen, and then move over to Dave Rogers of the Martinsburg Bulldogs.
Nick Verzlina joined by the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Derek Basil. Coach, your team's been playing its best basketball as of late. What do you think has changed since the beginning of the year to now?
Well, I think a little bit of everything. I think getting Williston back is a big, obviously was a big step up for us. But we've had other guys that stepped up their game. I think Gavin McLean's playing well. I think Colton Shelton has entered that lineup at the point guard position, has done a nice job for us. So I think overall we're playing better. I think our defense has been really good. So I think that's been kind of the difference.
You mentioned getting Troy back, and what has he added to the team? Obviously, that gives you another guy with varsity experience to returning this year.
Well, I think he does a little bit of everything. He rebounds the ball well. He's a solid defender, and he's a low post presence that we can get the ball into. And Troy, probably the most underrated part of his game is he's a terrific passer. So he's been able to hit guys with some cuts, and we've been able to get some easy ones. And sometimes passing is contagious. He's passing the ball well, and some of the other guys are doing it as well.
And really what started this turnaround was when you guys beat Martinsburg at home earlier this year. You get the Bulldogs again tonight at their place. Always a close game, big rivalry. What would a win mean for you guys tonight?
Well, every game here on out is big for us. This is a big game. Martinsburg, they're a team I think is getting better, kind of like us. We had some young guys and had some inexperienced guys, so they've gotten better every game. They've lost a couple close games, so they're going to be hungry to win. We've won a couple close ones, so we have to be able to match their intensity. A win tonight here would be a big win for us.
What do you think will be some keys to get that win?
Well, we have to be able to handle their pressure. They're a very good pressure team. They try to disrupt the guard play, so our guards have to do a solid job with the basketball. And on defense, we got to hold these guys to one shot. We got to make them take tough shots and hold them to one shot.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
Now here with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers. Coach, team coming off of a tough loss to Hedgesville on Friday. Pretty quick turnaround here and another big rivalry against Musselman. Earlier this year, a loss at their place. They've turned their season around since then. So what are you looking forward to about this one?
Well, it was. We were up, I think, 8 at halftime, 10 at one point up there, and we let that one get away. There's been 5 or 6 this year that we have not been able to put it away when we should have. Hedgesville game the other night, 4 minutes to go, we're up 1. and we didn't do what needed to do to win that one. So, we're still not where we belong. We know it's going to be a tough one tonight. Musselman is playing much better. They've knocked off Hedgesville and Spring Mills back to back, and I think that just tells you how good our league is as far as among each other. It's a game that we really need to win. We need to start winning a game, because we go on the road Thursday and play Friday and Saturday in the Northern Panhandle with Lindsley and Willie Park. And our problem is we just need to play hard, rebound the basketball. We don't have a good inside presence. We know that. And we just got to, so when you don't have that, then everybody's got to contribute. So hopefully tonight we'll see that.
Is this kind of what you expected at times this year, to have some growing pains with such a young team?
Well, I think it is. I mean, you don't want to admit it, but, when you're only playing one senior and juniors and sophomores, you're starting 2 sophomores and bringing a couple of sophomores off the bench, you're going to get that. And we know that. So we just have to keep working. That's the bottom. Keep working. Don't give up. Play to the last horn blows and see how it happens.
You still have some games left on the regular season schedule, but this is the last EPAC game of the regular season, so what would a win mean for you guys to get that momentum, especially against a team like Musselman that's playing really good ball?
Well, I think it would be huge. I mean, for us to be able to beat Musselman at this time when they're really playing well, and they've already beat Hedgesville and Spring Mills, and it could land us and give us some momentum going into the last couple games.
What do you think will be some keys to get the win?
Well, I think we have to stop their inside game. I think they have a couple of nice guys inside that can shoot. They certainly run the floor. We have to take good shots. We have to do a great job of trying to shoot it and go get it. And then, you've got to be able to use your pressure at times to see if we can turn that ball over a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
So that does it for our coaches' interviews. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get into some keys to the game. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin here on the Sunset Water Services Countdown to Tip-Off. Colin, let's take a look at the games going on tonight around the EPAC. Just one other boys game as Hedgesville takes on Broadfording Christian Academy tonight. And we couldn't really talk about it on the sports mix, but I feel like since that game's getting ready to start, we could probably talk about what's going on tonight. Or do you think so?
Yeah, I feel like we're okay with letting the cat out of the bag, I guess, as they would say, because I'd be surprised if the ones that the surprise is for are tuning in right now.
That would be quite strange. So, as we know tonight, Colin, head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Kelly Church, is being honored for the Eagles here tonight at Broadford and Christian Academy. And Coach Ruess, yes, for their 25 years of coaching there at Hedgesville. Both guys, have done a great job. Coach Ruess even filled in a little bit last year as the head coach. So, just really cool to see. And I think 400 wins for them as well since coming to Hedgesville, which is an awesome milestone to reach. So, two legendary coaches, two guys that have given a lot to this community. So they're being thanked for their service and honored tonight at the game between Hedgesville and Broadford and Christian Academy. And that also should be a big win, I would think, for the Eagles, and a team that could use a big win because they had some sloppy play against Martinsburg. So if you can clean that up against Broadfording, who I would say they definitely have the more talented team on paper, at least, that would be really good for the team moving forward.
Yeah, whether you like the style or coaching of Coach Kelly Church or not, you got to realize all that he's done for the community and Hedgesville High School as a whole, along with Coach Ruest, and the time that they've put in with the kids to make them better human beings and better basketball players. So it's a great gesture that the athletic boosters at Hedgesville High School with Nevin Kilmer and everybody are doing for them tonight to honor them and appreciate what they've done in the 25 years for that school. And I agree, it should be a easy win for Hedgesville, and that's exactly what they need, is a little bit of a confidence boost. Even though they got the win over Martinsburg on Friday, it still wasn't the most impressive win, and something that you can probably fine-tune your game with against Broadford and Christian.
Yeah, we will try to get Coach Church, maybe even Coach Ruest as well, on the show this week to just discuss that honoring that they will have here tonight between Hedgesville and Broadfording. And like you said, Colin, whether you like the guy or not, he's done a lot of great things for the community. And I think one thing that's obvious anytime we talk to him is he cares about the kids, he cares about the program, and it means something to him. Which not to say any other coach doesn't around here or anything like that, but sometimes in high school basketball you have coaches that aren't in it for the right reasons, and I would say Coach Ruess and Coach Church are definitely in it for the kids 100%, and that's always great to see. Now, back to the game we have, or the other games we have, I should say, tonight. On the girls' side, we got some interesting matchups. Washington taking on Musselman, and Spring Mills taking on Jefferson tonight, Colin. So, obviously, we know Section 2 is just nobody knows who's going to win on any given night when it comes to Washington, Musselman, and Jefferson. Spring Mills should get the win over Jefferson, but Jefferson was picked to be the other top 10 team in the state in the preseason poll, and I think they were even picked ahead of Spring Mills, if I'm remembering that correctly.
You might be correct. I'd have to go back and look. Obviously, things are different now. Spring Mills is undefeated, fourth in the state in the AP poll, and finally this week received a first-place vote, getting a little bit of respect that we have felt like they've deserved throughout the entire season, going undefeated, the only undefeated team in Quad A girls basketball. So hopefully they can continue on the right track. It's been a special year for them, but also at the same time, just because of the talent that we know Jefferson has, would love to see them be able to compete against Spring Mills and have a team hopefully in the back of our minds that we can look at and say that they could maybe even make a nice run come the tournament.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that, Colin. So should be, some good matchups on the girls' side. And again, Hedgesville should be a win for the Eagles. But let's move on. Let's talk more about the matchup we have here tonight between Musselman and Martinsburg. And we'll get into our keys to the game, brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company. Your next car, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. The key to your next car is at the Heffley Motor Company. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer Dupuis rides with them, so you should too, Colin. Give us your keys to the game, starting with the visitors, the Musselman Applemen, and then moving over to the Bulldogs.
For Musselman, you just got to work it down low. You have the size advantage, and even though we know the starting five for Martinsburg is really trying to build up that defensive presence down low, still wear them down, you can get those two guys maybe into some foul trouble, and that'll help you out because we know the two of them don't have too much varsity experience. And is it safe to say who those two finally are? I know we were kind of keeping it under wraps, but it's Rashad Reed as well as Jameer Hunter. Both will be starting for Martinsburg, two guys that we know that joined the team halfway through the season for Martinsburg. They'll be starting, and I mentioned earlier, offensively, the production hasn't been there, but we know defensively those two guys work hard, and that's why they're starters tonight. And then for Martinsburg, you need those scorers, though. If those two guys can help out, great, but you need more than just Chase Shipley. That's the only guy that seemed like was scoring on Friday. He had 27 out of the 41 points. He needs help. You need guys like Blackwood to step up, Whitby to get some production back, and maybe if we do see Clark and Baker later on, even though they're not starting like they typically do, get some confidence back into them. But you need some scorers if you want to compete, and if that isn't the case, I think it's going to be another night like they had on Friday.
We'll now we'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have our players to look out for. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin here on the pregame show. John Allerton on camera, Dylan Bishop back in the studio. Let's get into our players to look out for, brought to you by Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law, a full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're 224 West King Street in Martinsburg, or online at suttonandjanelle.com. Colin, who is your player to look out for Musselman, and your player for the Martinsburg Bulldogs tonight?
My player to look out for the Musselman Applemen tonight has to be the junior in Troy Wollaston. This is the first time we get to see him on TV 10, I believe, because the last time we had Musselman, it was the game before his return. He was dressed and for the most part was cleared, but they wanted to give him just one more game to kind of just be rested up, and since then Musselman's been hot, so I want to see how he does and helps lead this team tonight for the Applemen. And then for Martinsburg, I think it has to be Chase Shipley, just the things that he's been doing lately for the Bulldogs, putting them on his back to carry them and be able to basically be the reason why they've been so competitive in their games, even though they've been losses. So watch out for Chase Shipley and Troy Wollaston tonight.
Yeah, I think those are two good choices. Colin will now get into our starting lineups, brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors. John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-4343. Starting for the Musselman Applemen and wearing number 0 will be Nate White. Starting also for the Applemen, number 5, Gavin McLean. Number 12, the freshman Colton Shelton. Number 32, Matt Mahood. And rounding out the lineup, number 34, Troy Wollaston. For the Martinsburg Bulldogs, starting at guard and wearing number 0, Avion Blackwood. Joining him in the backcourt, number 3, Chase Shipley. Number 5, Achilles Whitby. Number 10, Rashad Reed. And rounding out the lineup, number 15, Jameer Hunter. We talked about those changes in the starting lineups for the Bulldogs. Going with the guys that bring the effort each and every night in Jameer Hunter and Rashad Reed. It could give Martinsburg a boost. One, if you are one of the guys that aren't starting tonight, maybe you use it as some motivation when you get into the game to show coach that you deserve to still be starting on this team. And also, they're the energy guys. They're going to potentially, they're good leaders. We see what they do on the football field. All that stuff, I think, plays a factor in why Coach Rogers goes in this direction tonight. And also, I think with Reed, he gives you that size to potentially body up the Musselman size down low, and Hunter has the athleticism to play bigger than his size.
Yeah, and I agree. Both just have to stay out of foul trouble, right? That's something that we've kind of seen with the two of them, is because of the inexperience when it comes to basketball at the varsity level. Sometimes they get into foul trouble. Hopefully that isn't the case tonight, and we get to see some good basketball from them.
All right, we'll take our final 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will have tip-off here from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg. You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
We welcome you back to Martinsburg High School as we get ready for tip-off. Presented to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Martinsburg coming out in the white jerseys with the black numbers outlined in orange and black letters across the chest also outlined in orange, and the black stripe down the side, white shorts as well. For the Musselman Applemen, it's the green jerseys, green shorts, white letters, white numbers outlined in red across the chest, and then the white stripe down the side as Achilles Whitby stands in the circle for Martinsburg, and Matt Mahood is in the circle for the Applemen. Colin, this was a good one when these teams met in Inwood. Should be a good one here tonight as well.
Yeah, it always is when these two teams go at it. It's a rivalry, so you never can expect a blowout. I feel like it's always a few possessions that separate these two.
Tip is won by Matt Mahood into the hands of Troy Woolston. Now Nate White will bring it across for the Applemen. White into the hands of Mahood over to Shelton. Now back to Woolston. Woolston no look pass to Shelton down low. Head fake. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Jameer Hunter. Hunter, quick outlet pass to Avion Blackwood. He tries a three. That's in and out, no good. Hunter with the follow, not there. Our first shots of the game are brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. They're 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. We'll call 304-263-5131. Matt Mahood gets a layup to go on the other end. And it's 2-0.
Also looks like we had a change in the starting five for Musselman. It's Signs out there.
I believe that's still Shelton.
He's just wearing number 1 instead of Signs?
Yes, I believe so. Because he made his first start against Martinsburg and played really well. And there he gets a strip. And we'll bring it across for Musselman. Mahood over to Gavin McLean. Now back in his hands of Woolston. Down low to Mahood. Mahood fadeaway baseline jumper. Chase Shipley grabs the rebound for the Bulldogs. Shipley in transition. No foul called. Rashad Reed grabs the rebound and he lays it up and in.
Two bodies. Reed and just colliding there.
Down low to Shelton. Shelton head fakes. Nice pass underneath to Mahood. He gets fouled and he'll go to the line.
Even with the size disadvantage for Shelton, it didn't wear him down to try to post him up. He was able to play bigger, and great pass to set up these free throws.
So Mahood heads to the line. He's been the leading scorer for the Applemen all year long. He's one of the few guys that had varsity experience returning to this team, and Mahood's free throw, I should say, is straight through. 3-2. Jason Gordon getting ready to check into the game. He comes in for Woolston, who I would presume is still limited by that knee injury that he suffered.
Looks like he's shook up a little bit. You can see him wincing and kind of limping as he came off the floor there, too. Hopefully nothing too serious.
Mahood lining up his second free throw, and it is off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Achilles Whitby. Down low to Avion Blackwood. Blackwood can't finish. Mahood grabs the rebound. Mahood back in the hands of Shelton. Colton Shelton, the freshman, brings it across over to Mahood. Now McLean. McLean head fakes up top to Gordon. Back to Nate White. Mahood tries another three. That's in and out, no good. Jameer Hunter skies up for the rebound. Goes to the ground, but didn't have possession when he went to the ground, so no travel, and keeps that possession alive for Martinsburg.
And that's the effort that Coach Rogers wants to see. That's why he's in the starting five.
Chase Shipley dribbling the basketball with the left hand around the volleyball line, trying to set up the Bulldogs offense with 5:28 to go in the first and a 3-2 Musselman lead. Hunter over to Reed on the wing. Now back to Whitby in the high post. Whitby will turn and face. Step back three on the way is short. No good. Rebounded nearly by Hunter into the hands of Reed. He can't secure it. He goes out of bounds. And it will be a foul called.
Looks like it's against Whitby. They say he pushed McLean out.
Okay. So Woolston coming back in from Mahood. So appears to be all right, which is good to see. Martinsburg going to the press. Nate White gets open, and the Applemen will bring it up with Woolston. Guarded by Rashad Reed, 3-2. Musselman leads Martinsburg first quarter. McLean into the hands of White. Now Gordon attacks the basket. Gordon trying to find Woolston underneath, ends up in the hands of McLean. White tells him to slow it down. He swings it to Gordon, who is called for a travel and a turnover for the Applemen. Slow start for both teams, just 5 points scored with 4:49 to go in the opening quarter. 3-2, Musselman on top. Chase Shipley calling out the offense for the Dogs. Sends Blackwood to cut through. Shipley off the Reed screen. Floater is good from Chase Shipley. That's what he has done really all season, just continues to get better. Colton Sheldon in the backcourt finds McLean or White. And a foul was called before that on Shipley. That has been an issue, though, for Chase Shipley at times this year, foul trouble call.
Yeah, that's somebody that you don't want in foul trouble. He's the leading scorer for Martinsburg. Typically, if he has to be a guy on the bench and not in, it's going to be tough to find some offensive production.
So they get it into Logan Shelton, who's checked into the ball game, and we've seen the Shelton cousins do some great things. Good attempt by Woolston on the backdoor cut by Sheldon, but it's a turnover. Shipley now in transition for the Dogs. Swings it to Hunter in the corner. Extra pass to Whitby. Now into the hands of Avion Blackwood. Back out to Hunter. He'll drive it in the lane. Find Reed. Reed over to Whitby. Over to Hunter, who tries an open three. It's no good, but Reed nearly grabs the rebound. It's now into the hands of Gavin McLean. Colton Sheldon down court to Logan Shelton. Back to Woolston at the free throw line. Woolston, great pass to Mahood, who lays that one up and in. Make it 5-4. Musselman extending the lead with all 5 points coming from Matt Mahood. Shipley to the rack. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
I like that call. Wollaston just went up, tried to go straight up, but still used his body to make contact with Shipley, and that's where the foul was called.
Shipley's free throw is good. Five to 5. Martinsburg. Second free throw is good as well for Shipley. He has 4 of the 6 for the Dogs. It's 6-5 Bulldogs with 3:25 to go in the opening quarter. Troy Woolston brings it across again for the Applemen. Woolston now finds Gavin McLean wide open for three. It's a deep one. It's short, no good. Reed with a great rebound. Finds Whitby down court. Bulldogs with a 2-on-3 fast break. Don't see that too often. Shot was no good. Reed tried to grab the rebound but tips it out of bounds. Baker's going to check in for Whitby. So the Bulldogs with Avion Blackwood, Chase Shipley, Jameer Hunter, Shazier Baker, and Rashad Reed on the court. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, 6-5. Martinsburg leads Musselman. Over to Logan Shelton. Down low down to Matt Mahood, and he walked.
Yeah, he completely forgot the dribble. You saw him take 2, if not 3 steps, and then he's like, wait, you're calling me for a travel? Yeah.
You didn't dribble.
You didn't dribble.
Our first quarter presented to you on TV 10 by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson, proudly serving the area since 1880. That pass is tipped into the hands of Chase Shipley, who has it in the corner. He gets double-teamed. Throws a wild pass to Baker, and it's taken away by Mahood. Over to Logan Shelton. Shelton with a good move to the rim. Mahood with the follow after the missed layup. He gives Musselman the lead back at 7-6. Now Baker in the lane. Baker with a tough scoop shot. Rebounded by Woolston. Hood has all 7 of the points for the Applemen. McLean back the other way for Musselman, who finds Colton Shelton. Back to a wide open McLean, who takes it to the rack. He can't finish, though. Jameer Hunter grabs another rebound. Down court on the fast break. Avion Blackwood in transition. Goes right into Woolston for the charge. Our other first quarter sponsor here on TV10 is CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
You got to realize, if you're Blackwood, that Woolston's waiting for you to take that charge and just stop and pull up.
Linton checks in for Baker. Here's McLean on the fast break for Musselman. Wild drive to the rim, ends up throwing it off the bottom of the backboard. But they're going to rule that Martinsburg had touched that basketball. I thought that McLean essentially just dribbled out of bounds, but apparently not. White checks in for McLean. It's 7-6 Musselman, 1:44 to go in the first. Colton Shelton to inbound the ball. Gets it into White. White, baseline floater, is an air ball off the shoulder of Shipley into the hands of Adams. Adams with a nice behind the back dribble. He finds Jameer Hunter. Now back to a wide open Adams. He takes the shot. No good from 3. And it's chased down by Logan Shelton. Colton Shelton, the freshman, will dribble to across for the Applemen. Shelton down low to Woolston. Give and go. Back to Woolston now. Woolston to the rack. His shot is short. Linton with the good positioning defensively.
I think he might have got a hand on it.
I believe so as well, as Shipley brings it across the timeline for the Dogs, who trail by 1. It's 7-6 in favor of the Applemen with 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Shipley driving baseline against Shelton. His shot is no good. Linton tries to grab it, but it's rebounded by Gordon. Now into the hands of Colton Shelton. Shelton the other way. That shot is no good. Both teams can't buy a basket in this first quarter. Avion Blackwood, this time he pulls from the jumper, and that's no good. Rebounded by Matt Mahood. Now into the hands of Logan Shelton. 7-6 Applemen. 35 seconds to go in the first. Mahood drives baseline. His floater is wild and no good. Shipley grabs the rebound. Blackwood again in transition. Floater over White is there. Finally ends that scoring drought for both teams. 8-7 now. Martinsburg back on top.
Both teams just playing a little too fast for their style right now. They both need to just slow it down.
Woolston elects to do that. 8-7 lead. Woolston, good pass underneath to Sheldon. It's blocked by Hunter, then blocked by Linton, but a foul call.
I don't agree with that unless he got the body. I did not see any contact with the body initially. You'd have to go back and check the replay, but it looked like from up high, Linton had all ball.
Maybe tough for us to see from our angle because of that maybe occurring on the backside where the contact was, even though Linton, or maybe from the side where we couldn't really see Colin, because we did have players in front of us. But Shelton's free throw is good. The freshman knocks that one down, ties this game up at 8. Jackson Steen into the game. Gordon in for Woolston. The first player not named, Matt Mahood, scores a point for the Applemen in this first quarter. Second one from Shelton is there as well. Musselman has a 9-8 lead. 2.8 seconds to go before the end of the first quarter. Linton gets it into Adams. He'll launch. That is well short on a long-distance buzzer beater attempt. And at the end of 1, it's Musselman 9, Martinsburg 8. We'll take a 60-second break, and when we return, we'll have more high school basketball action for you on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, 9-8. Musselman leading Martinsburg as we begin this second quarter. Presented to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. They're located at 360 Hank Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at orsinis.com. Along with the Skinner Law Firm, injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. Avion Blackwood will inbound to Chase Shipley. Shipley bringing it across for the Bulldogs. Over to Adams. Now to Blackwood. Blackwood gets double teamed essentially. Now back up top to Shipley. Steen dribbles in and pulls up on the jumper, and that's there for Jackson Steen. His first 2 points of the contest. Martinsburg back on top, 10-9. White.
Right now, Musselman having the issue that Martinsburg had Friday. Lack of scores.
McLean head fakes. His floater falls for Gavin McLean. His first 2 points. So you could see a shift in that for the Applemen. Over to Steen, another three, or a three this time. And that's not there, but it's off, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. Achilles Whitby checking back in for Martinsburg as well. Adams checks out. 11-10. Musselman leads Martinsburg with just over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Steen getting it in to Linton. Now back up top to Chase Shipley. Shipley off the Blackwood screen. Kicks it out. Whitby's three from the corner is short. Rebounded by Gavin McLean. McLean looking to push for the Applemen. Finds Logan Shelton, and they'll slow things back down. White to a wide open Gordon. Gordon drives, now kicks it back over to McLean. McLean will try a long contested three. That is short. Rebounded by Achilles Whitby. Now Avion Blackwood in transition. Over to Steen, wide open corner. Three, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Mahood. Back in the hands of McLean. Down low to Gordon. Nice move on the baseline. Blocked by Linton, and that will be his second foul. Tough one there, Colin.
Yeah, Linton trying really hard to be a rim protector, and that's something that Martinsburg hasn't really had this year. Somebody with some size down low to be that presence, and that one really close to looking clean as well, but over the back, made some contact. It's the right call.
So Gordon knocks down the free throw. Woolston getting ready to get Gordon. Shelton coming in for Musselman. 12-10. Let's make it 13. That's good as well for Jason Gordon. So 13-10, Applemen leading Martinsburg with 6:20 to go in the first half.
If you're a Bulldog fan, you're not happy with the foul disparity. So far, Martinsburg 6 team fouls, Musselman 1.
Yeah, been tough for the Bulldogs. Shipley pulls up from the extended elbow. That's no good. Rebounded by Steen. He'll try a three. Tough shot there. Whitby grabs the rebound. Whitby, nice pass underneath to Shipley. Shot rolls in and out. Linton grabs the rebound, and he lays it up and in. Caleb Linton giving some good minutes. If he can stay out of foul trouble, could play a big factor for the Dogs down the stretch. First 2 points for him. White down low to Woolston, guarded by Linton. Nice pass over to White. Down low to Shelton, and it's out of bounds just off his fingertips. Timeout taken by head coach Derek Basil, the Musselman Applemen. His team holding on to a 1 point lead over Martinsburg. 13-12 our score, 5:31 to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 30.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We welcome you back to Martinsburg High School. 5:31 to go in the first half, and Colin, 13-12 lead for Musselman. Been a defensive battle so far. We've seen a lot of, I think, poor shot selection on both sides, and Coach Basile, the first coach to burn a timeout here tonight.
Yeah, I mentioned in the first quarter both teams just playing a little bit too much up-tempo, need to slow it down. Still feel like both teams really need to slow it down, be okay with the fact that it's going to be a low-scoring affair tonight. Just get the shots that look best to you and not any shot in any 5-second possession. You can extend your possessions and work the ball around to be the difference maker tonight.
Reed back in the game. His pass to Blackwood is tipped and out of bounds. It's now going to be Martinsburg ball on the baseline. 13-12. Musselman on top of Martinsburg. Jackson Steen inbounds to Reed. Back to the inbounder Steen. Now up top to Shipley. Good pass underneath to Whitby. His baseline jumper just falls no good. And Sheldon keeps it alive off of the hands of Whitby and out of bounds, and it'll be Musselman basketball. Martinsburg keeps the press up. Here's the thing with this press, though. They're not guarding the inbounder, so you can easily just go right back to him. I think it's just maybe to try to force a bad pass off the inbound, but it's kind of ineffective when it comes to a lot of pressure if you don't have somebody guarding an inbounder. Or not really trapping at all or anything. It's just kind of just to make Musselman bring it up quicker.
Yeah, it's just a press man situation.
Here's a shot from Woolston. That's no good. Jackson Steen grabs the rebound over to Shipley, because obviously you want to have a guy back on most presses, but no trap means it pretty easy, as that shot was no good from Shipley. Here's Shelton. Woolston, good pass down low to Mahood, trying to go to work against Whitby. Good defense, though. Steen comes up to trap him. Extra pass now outside to Colton Shelton, down low to Woolston, standing off the elbow, and that's taken away by Chase Shipley. Shipley on the 2-on-2 fast break goes in, and another charge called against the Dogs. That time drawing it was White. I'm sorry, Logan Shelton. And seventh foul of the half for Martinsburg. As you mentioned, Colin, just one team foul against the Applemen with just over 4 minutes to go before halftime. And McQuay Clark checks into the game for the first time here tonight. Woolston brings it up again for Musselman. That pass tipped by Rashad Reed into the hands of Avion Blackwood. Blackwood with the fast break, left-handed layup, doesn't fall. Down the court now, nice pass from Logan Sheldon to Matt Mahood, and he lays it up and in. Blackwood will now bring it across for the Bulldogs. 15-12. Musselman leading Martinsburg with 3:35 to go and counting in this first half. Blackwood, good pass down low to Reed. Reed splits the double team. His layup, though, does not fall. And now into the hands of Logan Shelton, who finds Colton Sheldon, who will bring it up for the Applemen. Down low to Mahood. Mahood again with the layup and again with the finish. It's been the whole offense pretty much, Colin, but it hasn't mattered so far because Martinsburg's had almost no offense. 17-12 our score.
Yeah, he almost has as many points as the Bulldogs. He's only one shy.
Steen into the lane, fadeaway shot. Does not fall. Rebounded by Woolston. Now down court to Logan Shelton. Shelton over to Gavin McLean on the wing. McLean drives baseline. Hunter in position. They call that a block. McLean will go to the line to shoot 2 as they did not score the field goal. So I'm wondering then if this is a 1-and-1. No, they did score the field goal. Excuse me. 19-12 our score. So one shot here for Gavin McLean. Linton back into the ball game. Reed will check out. I mean, for Martinsburg, they just have nothing offensively right now. Colin, how do you get it going for the Dogs?
Well, you want to always say that defense leads to offense, but defensively, when you're picking up 8 fouls so far, you can't really get into any offensive rhythm. As now we can't get into any rhythm because the Musselman student section let a ball roll its way onto the floor.
Martinsburg did provide those.
That is true. That was the starting 5 basketballs that they threw into the stands. I don't know how Musselman got one.
They found a way, Colin.
Make the free throw?
Yes. Maybe on Blackwood to the rim. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Woolston. 20-12. Our score in favor of the Musselman Applemen. Here's Kearns now into the game. Kearns head fake. Drives in. Shot no good. Good defense by Linton. Hunter trying to chase down the rebound. It's into the hands of McLean. Kearns now head fakes. Goes to the rim again. And this time a charge called on Musselman's Kearns. Linton picking it up. Coach Rogers wants to know what the difference was between that one and the last one.
I think Jameer Hunter wants to know too, but for now, he's just happy that he didn't get called with another blocking foul. And that Musselman was finally called with a foul.
Yeah, only the second one on the Applemen. 20-12 our score. Under 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Blackwood, the pass underneath to Linton. That's off his foot and out of bounds. So Martinsburg doesn't take advantage of the charge. And it's another turnover.
Everything's just sloppy so far from Martinsburg. Sloppy shots, sloppy passes. They cannot get anything going.
McLean, he is fouled by Jameer Hunter. So that'll be a 1-and-1. And it's very similar to the game we had the other night between Hedgesville and Martinsburg, because I don't feel like Musselman's played its best either. They've been relatively sloppy as well. It's just at times they've been able to get some good offense and take advantage of the Martinsburg sloppiness, while Martinsburg has really answered with just more sloppiness on the other side.
Yeah, I agree. It's the only reason why Martinsburg's early in the game.
Free throw is good from Gavin McLean. He started to pick things up in this second quarter after kind of a tough shooting start for him. A really good shooter, but he just couldn't get any shots to fall in the first quarter. Now in the second quarter, starting to get to the line and convert those points. 22-12. Musselman leading Martinsburg here at the field house. Over to Clark. Clark head fakes, drives in, draws the foul, and he will shoot 2. So LaQuay Clark, who at times, Colin, has shown the ability to get in the upper 20s for this Martinsburg team. Started the year really as their second main scorer behind Avion Blackwood, but coming off the bench here tonight and hasn't made an impact so far, but did make that free throw just now. But a kid clearly with a lot of talent just maybe needs to be coached up a little bit.
Yeah, just needs to be playing with more confidence. I don't know if it's from
I would agree with that.
A coaching aspect or if it's just self-inflicted when he loses his confidence. Maybe a mix, but
22-14 into the hands of Shelton. Now Mahood will try a 3, and that rattles home for Matt Mahood. Actually, a long 2 from the big man. 24-14. He continues to roll here tonight. Jameer Hunter with the basketball for the Dogs, who trail by 10. Jackson Steen now top of the key, in and out dribble. Nice head fake from Steen. Fadeaway does not fall. Rebounded by Woolston.
And he just had a weird spin on that ball, so as soon as it hit the back of the rim, it took a sideways roll.
Here's Colton Shelton over to Mahood. Now back into the hands of Logan Shelton. Logan Shelton now drives in, kicks it over to Gavin McLean. Head fake, McLean opens up. Shot is short. Rebounded, though, by the Applemen. 15 seconds they can hold for the final shot of the half of a 10-point lead. 8 seconds now. Colton Shelton trying to set up the offense. Now in the hands of Logan Shelton. McLean comes off the screen. Shelton at the buzzer, just off the back iron, no good. And we head into the half with Musselman leading Martinsburg 24-14. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
And the streak continues! CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on the bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg is your favorite place to have a great meal, a good time, and to catch all the games. Join us Mondays for 75-cent wings and follow your favorite team from the bar on our 17 TVs located all throughout the bar or from the outdoor fire pit. Ollie's has great food and drink menus and features specials for every day of the week, including Saturdays when you can get a 16-ounce ribeye steak grilled the way you want it for just $24.95. That's Ollie's VIP Northside at 36 Veronica Drive, Martinsburg. We'll see you for the game.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Our score at the half, Martinsburg 24, Musselman 14. It looks like the Velocity Dance team on its way out here. And we take a look at the first half. What kind of stood out to you, Colin, about that first half of play between these two teams?
Well, good news from Martinsburg is that they already have more offensive scorers production, but not scoring production. Only 14 points, but you look at it, 6 guys in the score column, so hopefully that trend continues and that they can get more offensive production from those guys if they want to come back. We know they like playing from behind for some reason so far this year, but if they're able to come back and pull off the upset, that's what they need.
All right, our halftime is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. I'll now run down the stats for the first half. We'll start with the Bulldogs. It's 2 for Avion Blackwood, 2 for Jackson Steen, 2 from McClay Clark. The leading scorer is Chase Shipley with just 4, and then 2 from Rashad Reed and 2 from Caleb Linton. So like you said, Colin, more guys in the score column, but not more points for the Dogs. For Musselman, Gavin McLean has 7, 2 from Colton Shelton, 2 from Jason Gordon, and 13 from Matt Mahood to make it 24-14. Musselman at the half. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of this break, we'll hear from Dylan Bishop, who will have the scoreboard show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 2 minutes.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Whether it's a strain, sprain, or fracture, WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Charlestown and Spring Mills now offers same-day appointments. No referral is needed unless required by your insurance carrier. WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine offers the exceptional care you expect for the injuries you don't. For same-day appointments at WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, call 304-725-BONE.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
This is a public service message from Bechtel Jewelers to Chocolates, brought to you by Diamonds. Dear Chocolates, you melt. As for us, Diamonds, we melt her. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Face it, Chocolates. Yes, you're sweet. Yes, you can be hard to keep your hands off of. But if the idea is to melt her on Valentine's Day, that's what we do. She doesn't exactly fall all over herself when she sees you. Her eyes don't get all big when she sees it's a box of chocolates. She doesn't fall all over the man who hands her a box of chocolates. Am I right or am I right? But when she sees it's a little jewelry box with diamonds inside, does she get all worked up? Oh yeah. Do her eyes get big? Oh yeah. Does she start to melt right in front of the man who hands her that little box with diamonds inside? Oh yeah. Of course, all of this is said with great love. Signed, Diamonds. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Come see us because we melt her.
Welcome into the And One Halftime Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Halftime Scoreboard Show brought to you by Mountaineer Pub, located at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway in Martinsburg. So at halftime, your score here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, Musselman leads Martinsburg on the road 24-14. I'll get you some more scores from here around the rest of the basketball world. Right now in men's college basketball, number 15 Miami on the road against North Carolina leads 46-38. Then in the women's side of things, 2 ranked games ongoing right now. Number 2 Indiana leads number 13 Ohio State 60-49 with 2:13 left in the third quarter. And also number 17 Texas leads number 22 Iowa State leads Texas 35-26. And as we get a late-breaking score update from Hedgesville leads Broadford Christian Academy at the half 35-4. There's your one update on local EPAC basketball that we have for you right now. Thanks to Spencer Dupuis for that one. And we'll move on to the NBA. Last but not least, see what we have here at halftime. Charlotte leads the Hawks 74-68. The Cavaliers leading the Spurs 65-49 at the half. Halftime as well. Jazz leading the Pacers 53-51. Halftime in Philadelphia, the 76ers lead the Rockets by 7, 55-48. 10:41 left in the second quarter in Miami. 38-31 lead for the Heat over the Nuggets. And the last game ongoing right now, 37-28, the Knicks leading the Nets at Madison Square Garden. The Thunder and Pelicans just now getting underway. There will be 2 more ranked games going on in college basketball here tonight, including WVU going to Waco, Texas to face number 9 Baylor. That's a 9 p.m. start on ESPN2. But we'll get you back out to Martinsburg High School for the second half of Martinsburg and Musselman. This is Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Our score at the half, Musselman 24, Martinsburg 14, as we begin this third quarter, presented to you on TV 10 by Smallwood and Small Insurance. In Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361, along with Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Turnover here for Musselman. So Martinsburg possession just 6 seconds into this third quarter after the foul called on the Applemen.
Yeah, it looks like we got a moving screen. Didn't tell who it was on.
So Chase Shipley brings it up for the Dogs. It comes off of a Linton screen. Shipley, no look into Height. Height can't control it and heads out of bounds. So both teams not with the best first possessions of the second half, Colin.
Yeah, I don't know how Height lost that one. It looked like it went through his hands, then maybe even through his legs. I don't know if he was just trying to go towards the dribble or not, but strange turnover to continue with the sloppy play on both sides.
Mahood now into the hands of Nate White. White drives in, shot does not fall. Shipley grabs the rebound. Head to Avion Blackwood. Blackwood pulls up. His jumper's no good. Hunter, the follow, does not fall either. And now it's Nate White finding the point guard, Shelton. Now back to White. Down low to Woolston. His pass underneath, tipped away, taken away by the Bulldogs. Avion Blackwood pulls up from the inside the free throw line. That is only Blackwood's second make from the field, and he has 4 points. Shipley to the rack after forcing the turnover. He forces a blocking foul, and now Shipley should be shooting 2 free throws.
That's how they got back into it against Washington to get the win last week. It was interceptions down low to go and get some quick points to get yourself into a run, and that's what they're trying to do right now.
So Shipley to the line to shoot some free throws for the Bulldogs. 24-16 our score. Musselman on top. That one's off the back of the rim. No good. Kind of a trend for Martinsburg. There's been some missed free throws in some crucial moments. Second one from Shipley falls. So it's a 7-point game, Colin. So far from out of it are the Bulldogs. Woolston will bring it across the court for the Applemen. Woolston trying to go coast to coast. Great pass underneath to Gavin McLean, who lays it up and in. 26-17.
Back door has been open for a while for Musselman, and they finally were able to find it. Look for that to be continuing theme in the second half if they want to pull away.
Shipley draws another free throw, or free throws, I should say, on another foul. 6:17 to go in the third quarter. Shipley to the line to shoot two.
Sounded like it was against White as first.
That one falls for Shipley.
That's the team's third, so Musselman now, not even 2 minutes into third quarter, already has more fouls than they did in the first half.
Yeah, pretty insane how that first half went. If you're the Applemen, you got to be pretty happy with it. If you're Martinsburg, you're certainly questioning things. Right now, Avion Blackwood's on the bench due to bleeding, I think from his lip, potentially. The free throw there, good from Shipley. 26-19. Running back down the other way is Colton Shelton, and he gets the layup to go. Lead by 9.
I think he wanted a foul. He felt some contact from behind on that when he went up for the pump fake to try to draw it.
Hunter over to Shipley. He's been the guy so far in this quarter for the Dogs. Pulls up on a long two. That's no good. Linton goes flying out of bounds. Rebounded by the Applemen. And a turnover there. Colton Shelton trying to hit Nate White. But the turnover will result in Martinsburg basketball.
It's a missed opportunity for Musselman, too, to extend its lead. They had a 5-on-4 working with Linton going down on the offensive end for Martinsburg.
Shipley now. Down low to Linton. Linton's shot is no good.
They keep drawing the fouls.
28-19, our score. 5:29 to go in the third quarter. Linton to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And the fouls are racking up in favor of the Bulldogs in this half compared to the first half, but Linton's shot is short. No good on the free throw. Logan Shelton checks in for Nate White. Second free throw from Linton is good. So got more of an arc on that shot. He has 3 points. 8-point ball game in favor of the Applemen. And Gavin McLean threw it into the stands trying to hit Matt Mahood. And that will draw a timeout from head coach Derek Basile. Take a 30-second break. Our score, Musselman 28, Martinsburg 20. Take a 30-second break and return with more West Virginia High School boys basketball action on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Our score, Musselman 28, Martinsburg 20. 5:25 to go in the third quarter, and we got a timeout taken by head coach Derek Basile. As Musselman tries to hold off the Bulldogs calling a turnover just a few moments ago. Martinsburg trying to get back into it. So far, what's helped is they've been able to get to the line to start this third quarter.
Yeah, they lead the quarter 6-4, and quickly wanted to give a shout-out to Zool's Frozen Lemonade. I saw John taking a sip of his over there, or a bite, don't really know, but it's the coldest drink in the Mountain State, and they always hook us up here when we come to Martinsburg. They'll be at the Spring Mills game tomorrow, so shout them out and enjoy their frozen lemonades.
We will not be at Spring Mills, though.
That's
so
true,
no
but
free
they will.
Frozen lemonade for you, Colin. Shipley to the basket. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Shelton. I suppose you wouldn't be there anyway, though. But Logan Shelton down low to Mahood with a great pass and a finish. We will have Washington Musselman. Here's Linton. He lost control of the basketball. Into the hands of Height. Height tries a long two. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Chase Shipley, who out-muscles everybody for the deuce.
I had no idea how he was the one out of the 4 guys to come down with that one, but I guess it has to be, like you said, Nick, all muscle.
Still 8-point lead for Musselman. Mahood's shot is no good. Shelton fighting for the rebound. Draws
he does it
a jump
again.
Ball. That will go to Shipley.
Shipley was able to hang on to that one.
Height will check out. Blackwood will check in, which is good to see. As I mentioned, Avion looked like he was maybe bleeding from his lip earlier, so had to come out of the game, get that checked out. But now appears to be okay. Could have also been from the nose. Just knew it was somewhere from the face. He had some sort of blood situation. So appears to be fine here now. And 30-22 our score in favor of Musselman. Jameer Hunter in the high post. He'll turn around, kick it back out to Blackwood. Blackwood off the Hunter screen. Pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Avion hasn't had the jumper tonight. That one goes out of bounds. Martinsburg keeps the possession. And that really starts with the hustle by Jameer Hunter to put the pressure on Musselman for that rebound, which forced them to lose the basketball.
Yeah, we've got to see Jameer Hunter get some extended minutes the past 2 games. He got a lot last game, and now he's starting this game.
Shipley to the basket. Tough layup. Doesn't fall. Rebounded by Jackson Steen for Martinsburg. So the possession still with the Bulldogs, who trail by 8. Steen tries a 3. That's off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Gordon. Gordon finds his teammate Logan Shelton, who goes down court to Woolston. Pass tipped by Whitby. Into the hands now of Woolston, who splits 3 defenders. Lost control of it. Whitby now finding Shipley. Shipley on the fast break layup. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line. Takes a hard crash to the floor as well, but appears to be all right. And it's back to the charity stripe for Mr. Chase Shipley, who's been making a field day at the line.
Wilson on that last possession for Musselman was just playing with his head down. He was triple teamed at the top of the key. Had McLean wide open in the paint.
Free throw is good from Shipley. 7-point ball game now at 30-23. With just over 3:20 to play in this third quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside McCall McLaughlin, John Alderton, our cameraman, back in the studio. Dylan Bishop's second free throw is good as well for Chase Shipley.
Puts him now 10-12 as a team tonight.
Very good shooting from the Dogs from the line. Logan Shelton into the lane. Good pass. A foul called before the pass on Martinsburg. Steen picks it up. So this has been where Martinsburg has gotten it within 2 possessions, but Musselman's answered throughout this third quarter. We'll see if that trend continues or if the Dogs can get a stop there. Avion Blackwood tried to draw a charge, but Woolston never really made contact, and it made it a very easy shot for Woolston in the lane to extend the lead out to 8. 32-24. Woolston with his first 2 points. Go ahead and we'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. We welcome you back here to Martinsburg High School. Bulldogs trailing Musselman 32-24, 3:14 to go in this third quarter. Chase Shipley will bring it across half court for the Dogs into the hands of Achilles Whitby. Whitby turns it over trying to hit Jackson Steen. So out of a timeout, and you get a turnover, Colin. It just blows my mind how that consistently has happened. It seems like
there's too many flashy passes, it seems like.
And
honestly.
A poor pass by Woolston as he throws it into the Martinsburg bench.
Flashy passes, lack of communication.
Yeah.
just numerous things that have
That shouldn't happen ever out of a timeout, because you should have a set play that you're running, and everybody should know where they're going to be. Here's Shipley over to Avion Blackwood. Blackwood's baseline floater is no good. Rebounded by Woolston, and he draws it. No, he traveled. So Woolston turns it over underneath. 32-24. Still in favor of the Applemen. Gordon runs in for Woolston. Steen will inbound from the baseline. Standing on that first L of Bulldogs. Into Jameer Hunter, who gets double teamed. He nearly turns it over. Shipley secures that pass. Shipley into the paint. Shot no good, or is up and good, I should say. Tough shot off the high part of the backboard, and it falls for Chase Shipley. Here's Gordon down to McLean, and McLean gets it to go. Excuse me, Gavin, or I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
Hood with the pass, Gavin McLean with the layup.
Just great ball movement. I feel like it never touched the floor on that transition.
Shipley turns it over. Logan Shelton. Shelton going down the court. His layup's not no good. Tipped around, and Martinsburg gets it back. Mahood had a great chance at a layup, but he couldn't get it to fall. And then eventually Martinsburg came away with the basketball and drew a foul. So again, Martinsburg's in the game still at 34-26, but every time we've seen the Dogs get it down closer, we've seen Musselman answer. Kyrie Bunny along with LaQuay Clark check into the ball game. Steen and Hunter check out with 2:03 to go in this third quarter. And Martinsburg down 34-26. Whitby turns it over right off the inbound. Threw it completely into the hands of Matt Mahood. Complete miscommunication there. It looked like Shipley was the guy he was trying to hit, but Shipley wasn't cutting in that direction. McLean down low to Shelton. Shelton's baseline J is no good. Rebounded by Mahood, and he gets fouled. He'll go line shoot two.
Again, with simple passes on the inbounds that just don't seem simple tonight for either team. It's really baffling how you just throw the ball away in that situation.
Mahood to the line, shooting 2 free throws for the Applemen. 1:44 to go in the third. Musselman up 34-26. Free throw is no good from Mahood. That's a big miss. Baker checks in for Whitby. White back in for McLean. .144 to go in this third quarter. Mahood trying to make it a 9-point lead for Musselman. Free throw is no good as well. Avion Blackwood chases down the rebound. Blackwood trying to go coast to coast, and he does. Just 6 points for Avion, but that could be what potentially gets him going best. This is in transition. Shelton back to Colton Shelton. Now Mahood down low, and that pass tipped away by the Dogs and out of bounds.
Yeah, and it was Blackwood, after making the layup going coast to coast, hustling back to play defense to tip that one out.
That's one thing Avion Blackwood always brings is the hustle. Woolston off the inbound shot, no good, but his follow falls for Troy Woolston. He now has 4. Bulldogs in transition. Bunny back over to Shipley. Dogs slow it down. Shipley kicks it out. Bunny's 3 from the corner is short. Great rebound, though, by Baker. Back over to Clark now. Clark step back 3. Off the back of the rim. Shipley grabs the rebound. Shipley goes up, doesn't draw the foul. And if it wasn't a foul, I think it should have been a travel. Shipley dribbling in circles, and he gets fouled on that one.
Yeah, I'm just as confused as you are, how he went in for that first layup and wasn't called with either a travel or with drawing a foul. You could see it should have been either one, and for some reason the whistles were swallowed until he just does a full circle and goes again.
second chance is called a foul, and Shipley has just been the free throw king this quarter. 36-29. Shipley's second one is good as well. So 6-point game again at 36-30. 52 seconds to go in the third. Woolston down court into the hands of Logan Sheldon, who will slow it down. Now finds a wide open Jason Gordon. Great move by Gordon, but a foul called on the floor. No shot from the official. 41 seconds left in the third period. Musselman will inbound. Colton Shelton gets it in, and it's taken away by Avion Blackwood. Blackwood again trying to go coast to coast. Has a 2-on-1 fast break. Good pass underneath to Kyrie Bunny, and Bunny gets his first 2 points. 4-point game. Martinsburg's pressure getting to the Applemen. That should be a charge. No, called a block on Woolston. Or called a block on Shipley, I should say. Woolston drawing it.
I think they did call a charge on Woolston, yeah.
Getting myself confused there.
Here we go. Martinsburg, an opportunity to make it a one-possession game.
Timeout taken by Martinsburg, who trails by 4 at 26.9 seconds to go in the third quarter, 36-32. We will take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
36-32, third quarter, 26.9 seconds left between Musselman and Martinsburg. The Applemen lead the Dogs by 4, but Martinsburg has the possession here, can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Now the Dave Rogers timeout. Clark gets it into Baker. Baker swings it to Bunny. Now into the hands of Chase Shipley. Shipley to Clark. Wide open 3. No good. Blackwood trying to grab the rebound. Gordon, though, secures it for Musselman. In the hands of Nate White. 13 seconds. Gordon down court to an open Mahood. Mahood takes 2 dribbles, goes in and draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2 free throws. The exact opposite of what Martinsburg wanted to end that half. He got a good-looking shot from Clark, but he hasn't really gotten into a rhythm yet tonight. Mahood now to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws where he missed 2 of them earlier in this quarter. Overall, he's been held to just 2 points after a 13-point first half, so 2 points in the third quarter from Mahood, and that free throw's good. So he's slowed down, and give credit to the Dogs defense for the performance here in this third. Free throw good from the Hood. 6-point lead. 6 seconds. Bunny, 3 from the corner, short. But a rebound from Clark. His shot no good. Baker trying to get it on the tip before the buzzer, but it doesn't fall on the layup attempt. And at the end of 3, it is Musselman 38, Martinsburg 32. Stay tuned for this fourth quarter coming up after this. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do
is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Musselman leading Martinsburg 38-32 to begin this fourth quarter. And our fourth quarter is presented to you on TV 10 by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, Musselman off the inbound. McLean goes to the lane and shot is no good. Bunny grabs the board for the Dogs. Blackwood is left wide open, so he'll try the three, but his shot was no good. Hesitated a little bit too long. Had to take that dribble to make it a more makeable shot, but then wasn't really in rhythm like he was when he initially caught it. But Bunny steals the inbound. Shot no good. Avion Blackwood grabs the rebound and lays it up and in.
And that's the pressure that Martinsburg needs.
McLean to Shelton. Now back over to White. White throws a lob to Mahood. Bad pass taken away by the Dogs. Chase Shipley now will slow things down for Martinsburg, who trails by 4. Coach Basile stomping his foot on the Musselman sideline. Avion Blackwood over to Shipley. Shipley. Spin move over to Clark for 3. Just off the mark. But Baker grabs the offensive board. Back to Clark. Clark's shot. No good. Rebounded by Gavin McLean. Musselman now in transition. Pass down low to Mahood. Stripped by Bunny and out of bounds. Colin, I think Coach Rogers' message might have worked. I've seen more effort tonight from the typical starters of the Bulldogs.
I have too, and that's kind of what Musselman's coach and Derek Basile wants from his team right now. They're not playing with any energy whatsoever, and that's why they've allowed Martinsburg to come back and make it a 4-point game after leading by 10.
Shelton down low to Mahood. Mahood's shot is no good. Baker with a great rebound finds Kyrie Bunny. Bunny, though, not one of those typical starters, but he's given good minutes here down the stretch. Bunny for 3 to make it a 1-point game in air ball, but Baker's there to grab the rebound. Out to Clark. Bulldogs haven't gotten a 3, it seems like, all night, and that one's not good as well.
You're right, they haven't.
Okay.
Neither team has.
Colton Sheldon nearly turns it over. The Dogs' defense relentless. Gavin McLean to the rack. McLean finishes. Somehow Musselman got a point on that possession after what looked like Martinsburg was going to force several turnovers. That one through the hands of Bunny. They're saying it's off of Musselman. I didn't see a tip there, Colin. I don't know about you, but
the officials did. That's all they have to go with. Yep.
Steen into Baker. Now back to Steen. Baker for 3. Will this be the first one? No. Bunny, though, grabs the rebound. Takes it away from the Applemen. Another 3, no good from Chase Shipley. Maybe Martinsburg needs to take it inside. Here's that shot blocked by Avion Blackwood, but a foul called as Colton Sheldon was going to the rim.
What a series of events we've just had. Missed 3 after missed 3. And now what looked like to originally be a clean block by Blackwood, and instead it's a foul.
Nate White getting ready to check in with 5:50 to go in this fourth quarter.
It looks like we got some blood again.
This time it's Gavin McLean. So Musselman might have drew first blood, but Martinsburg will draw the second.
Unintentional, both ways.
That's what they want you to think. Colton Sheldon to the line. Shoot free throws at 40-34. Sheldon's free throw is no good. Musselman has struggled at times from the line here, and I haven't had a ton of opportunities despite all the fouls on Martinsburg in that first half, but in the second half, just 2 for now 6. That free throw's no good, and then Baker throwing Woolston to the ground. Don't believe that was intentional, but it could have been as he didn't help him up. So.
And now I have Musselman at 10 of 15 from the free throw line as a team.
Not bad, but second half has been not great for them so far. As things start to calm down here, we'll see. Looks like Musselman will inbound. Woolston trying to be a leader, maybe? I don't know what that was exactly, but Sheldon gets it in to Mahood. Mahood is fouled on his way up, doesn't finish, but he'll go to the line. It's been a weird start to this fourth quarter.
Yes, it has. Very slow, no rhythm whatsoever.
Martinsburg's getting a ton of open threes, but none of them are falling. Had some controversy on a tip pass, didn't really matter. And now Musselman's heading to the line again, but can they convert this time? Mahood knocks down that one. He's been their leader all season long when it comes to scoring. McLean is good to go now after bleeding, so he'll check back in. Second free throw good as well for Matt Mahood. McLean coming in. And that will be White that checks out. 42-34. Musselman on top. 5:44 to go in the fourth. Chase Shipley bringing it across half court for the Bulldogs. Guarded by Matt Mahood. Over to Evian Blackwood. Blackwood trying to split two defenders. Kicks it over to Bunny. Bunny now finds Shipley, who resets the offense. Shipley draws a foul on Mahood. So these are picking up now for both teams. So that is the 9th on Musselman. That will send Shipley to the line to shoot 1 and 1. And as we mentioned, Chase Shipley had a big third quarter with the free throws. See if that continues here in the fourth. Our other fourth quarter sponsor here on TV10 is WV Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Shipley's free throw on the 1 and 1 is short, rebounded by Mahood.
It's only his second missed free throw of the night.
Musselman dribbling around the perimeter. Logan Shelton back over to Gavin McLean. He draws a double team into the high post for Shelton. Down low to Woolston. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line, shoot 2.
Everybody's getting fooled with the pump fakes tonight.
Yeah, I think it has somewhat to do with everybody's going like 200 miles an hour at times tonight instead of slowing things down and getting into your rhythm, whether it be offense or defense. Woolston's free throw no good. Linton will come in for Steen, which makes sense. He needs some size out there. Linton can provide that for Martinsburg and has played some decent minutes when he's been in the game. 8-point lead for the Applemen. Free throw no good again by Woolston. Baker grabs the rebound. Outlet pass is picked up by Chase Shipley. Into the hands of Kyrie Bunny. Bunny, though, turns it over. Taken away by Colton Shelton. McLean back into the hands of Shelton. And he will swing it to McLean now. That pass taken away by Kyrie Bunny. Bunny in transition with the layup, and it spins out. Shipley grabs the rebound. His shot is good. So somehow that one falls for Shipley after Bunny couldn't get the bunny to go. Good defense there. Nearly a travel, but he lost possession of it. The official will give a timeout to head coach Derek Basile. With our score, Musselman 42, Martinsburg 36. We'll take a 30-second break. 4:14 to go in the fourth.
Let's go! Drink some beers. Mountaineer Grill and Pub.
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
To Martinsburg High School, 42-36. Musselman on top of Martinsburg. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, John Allerton, our cameraman. And 4:14 to go in the fourth, Colin. We'll see how this one plays out. Still just a two-possession game. Musselman probably going to more of a slowed down pace offensively, but Baker jumps the passing lane. Baker with the wide open layup. That is good for Baker. His first 2 points, and it comes at a huge time. 4-point game again, but Martinsburg hasn't been able to get closer than 4 since the start of this second half. Shelton into the lane. Linton trying to set up for the charge. They rule a block.
And I agree. You could clearly tell that Linton was looking for the contact, already started falling before it was there. It was clearly a flop. That's the right call.
Yeah, I agree, but it does seem like sometimes the officials are almost guessing and not really knowing what they want to call initially, because that was kind of a delayed decision there. But
nah, it was just for the added drama.
Could be. Shelton's free throw good there. His first point, which is pretty surprising because we've seen Logan Shelton play a pretty nice role for this team at times off the bench. Usually more as a facilitator, though. Second free throw is short. Rebounded, though, by the Applemen. They'll keep this possession alive. Up by 5 at 43-38. Whitby coming back into the game. Mahood over to White. Good double team from the Bulldogs. Jump. No, they're going to call a foul.
On who?
I think Chase Shipley, based on his reaction, but I thought he had done enough to draw a jump on. No, they're going to call it on Baker.
And that's his third.
Linton checks out. Whitby checks in. And it's back to the free throw line to shoot 2 in the double bonus now, as that's the 10th foul on Martinsburg as a team. Nate White spins the ball. It's about 4 dribbles, shrugs the shoulders, and lines up the free throw. It's short. White has been scoreless so far. Second free throw from White is good. His first point makes it 44-38. Musselman on top of Martinsburg. Avion Blackwood. Now there's Shipley. Shipley to Bunny. Down low to Baker. Baker pass out to Blackwood. Blackwood into the lane. Floater is good, in the foul. Well, Martinsburg, neither team has hit a 3. We have a chance to at a 3-point play here from Avion Blackwood after the floater and the foul.
And I don't know how he got that one to fall.
Free throw here from Blackwood is short. Again, Martinsburg can't get within 4. They're just stuck at the 4-point deficit throughout this second half. Colton Sheldon brings it into the front court. Bulldogs get a tip pass by Blackwood. Woolston lost control of it. Shipley to the rack. No good. Baker tips it around. And he stepped out or the ball went out of bounds in his possession.
I thought they were finally going to do it. I thought they were finally going to get to a 1-possession game, Nick. It was right there. 3 guys offensively. No defenders anywhere near the Bulldogs.
It felt like it was, but it just may not be meant to be here tonight for the Bulldogs.
It does seem that way. They cannot get out of their own way.
Another timeout taken by the Musselman Applemen.
And that's their last one.
Our score, Musselman 44, Martinsburg 42, 57 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll take a 30-second break.
This is a public service message from Bechtel Jewelers to Chocolates, brought to you by Diamonds. Dear Chocolates, you melt. As for us, Diamonds, we melt her. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Face it, Chocolates. Yes, you're sweet. Yes, you can be hard to keep your hands off of. But if the idea is to melt her on Valentine's Day, that's what we do. She doesn't exactly fall all over herself when she sees you. Her eyes don't get all big when she sees it's a box of chocolates. She doesn't fall all over the man who hands her a box of chocolates. Am I right or am I right? But when she sees it's a little jewelry box with diamonds inside, does she get all worked up? Oh yeah. Do her eyes get big? Oh yeah. Does she start to melt right in front of the man who hands her that little box with diamonds inside? Oh yeah. Of course, all of this is said with great love. Signed, Diamonds. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Come see us because we melt her.
Whenever it gets pretty close. At one point it was 6. They couldn't get over that hump. They've gotten over that since then, and now they can't seem to get over this 4-point hump, and just then you had an opportunity to do it, and it looked like an easy opportunity. But here's Shelton ahead to Gavin McLean. Now into the hands of Colton Shelton. The freshman finding Mahood underneath. Back to a 6-point game. The leader for the Applemen, Matt Mahood, answers again. 46-40, Shipley into the lane. Charge call. Woolston there to take it. What about toughness from Troy Woolston, a guy that just suffered a pretty major knee injury in football, and he's out there taking charges in the fourth quarter with 2:35 to go.
And we saw he re-aggravated something earlier in the game, too.
Yeah, appears to be all right, though, since that kind of limping situation. Logan Shelton lost control of it, heads out of bounds, a turnover for the Applemen.
He did not need to die for that. He went for it, even though it was tipped out of bounds off Martinsburg. Maybe he felt like a Bulldog was going to reach out and save it first, but you got to let that one go and keep possession with your team.
Shipley brings it across. Musselman in the zone defense. This has been a defense that's given the Dogs fits all season. Shipley over to Bunny, back up top. Blackwood now. He nearly lost it to Colton Sheldon. Instead, a foul is going to be called on the Applemen. Despite the Musselman fans' displeasure. 2:10 remaining in this ball game. It is a 6-point lead for the Musselman Applemen, and with that, that is the 10th foul against the Applemen. So Blackwood back to the line for the Bulldogs. He missed earlier on his 3-point play attempt. He's 0 for 1 on the night. We'll get 2 here, though. First one from Blackwood. He's off the back of the rim, no good. 46-40, Musselman on top. 2:10 to go in the fourth. Second one from Blackwood is good. 5-point lead in favor of Musselman. 2:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Woolston ahead to White. White down court pass to McLean. Great tip to Mahood, but he couldn't quite get the layup to go.
I thought he got bumped.
Blackwood somehow takes away the basketball, lays it up and in. And Martinsburg has got it to a one-possession game with 1:52 to go in the fourth at 46-43. Another Appleman turnover. Shipley has the steal for the Bulldogs, and he'll slow things down. 46-43. And we got a timeout taken by head coach Dave Rogers. Well, Colin, what else can you expect when Musselman and Martinsburg get together? A one-possession game of 1:40 to go in the fourth. We'll take a 30-second break.
This is a public service message from Bechtel Jewelers to Chocolates, brought to you by Diamonds. Dear Chocolates, you melt. As for us, Diamonds, we melt her. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Face it, Chocolates. Yes, you're sweet. Yes, you can be hard to keep your hands off of. But if the idea is to melt her on Valentine's Day, that's what we do. She doesn't exactly fall all over herself when she sees you. Her eyes don't get all big when she sees it's a box of chocolates. She doesn't fall all over the man who hands her a box of chocolates. Am I right or am I right? But when she sees it's a little jewelry box with diamonds inside, does she get all worked up? Oh yeah. Do her eyes get big? Oh yeah. Does she start to melt right in front of the man who hands her that little box with diamonds inside? Oh yeah. Of course, all of this is said with great love. Signed, Diamonds. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Come see us because we melt her.
Yeah, they can't get any offensive possessions really going on either side. The defense has been the key, and from Martinsburg, just turnovers leading to easy baskets.
Avion Blackwood in possession of the basketball. Musselman staying in that zone defense. Blackwood now turns it over. Logan Shelton took it away as Blackwood just dribbled right into the middle of the zone. There's Colton Sheldon. That is not a called foul on Shazier Baker, and it's a turnover for the Applemen.
I guess they're saying that Baker already had the position, so the contact was initiated by Shelton. That's the only thing that really makes sense in my head as to why that's a no call.
I'd have to see it again, but it did look like to me that Baker had potentially jumped in to Sheldon, but I don't know. Blackwood over to Whitby into the corner for Shipley. Three-pointer, and the first three of the night for the Bulldogs ties it at 46. The first three for either team. McLean back the other way. We're tied at 46, 53 seconds. Musselman doesn't have a timeout. So they got to call things out from the sideline here. Mahood driving to the basket, turns it over. Shipley draws a foul on Gavin McLean, and you can't make that play if you're Musselman because you're in the double bonus. That will send Chase Shipley to the line. And man, that hurts. Musselman's got to be aware there to not make a foul about 92 feet away from the basket when you have 10 fouls. 46 all, 41 seconds to go. Shipley to the line to shoot two. The first one's good. Nate White will check back in. 47-46, 41 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Shipley's second free throw straight through as well. White off the inbound. Pass stolen nearly as Mahood now turns it over. Throws it away. Avion Blackwood got an excellent tip in the backcourt. And then Mahood tried to throw it down court. Coach Rogers and the Dogs will take a timeout, now leading 48-46, their first lead of the second half. We'll take another 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back at 30.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. The Bulldogs now lead the Musselman Applemen 48-46, 33.8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Colin McLaughlin, who is now courtside to get our post-game interview for whoever ends up winning this ball game. John Allerton on camera, Dylan Bishop back in the studio. So Martinsburg has it on the Musselman side of the court, down in the corner in front of the Applemen bench. Now the Dave Rogers timeout with 33 seconds. For Musselman, you're trying to force a turnover. If not, you have to foul at some point. Maybe not on the first pass, but that's what they are going to do as Shelton fouls Blackwood. Avion Blackwood tonight has somewhat struggled from the line, just 1 for 3. Usually a pretty solid free throw shooter. But Avion's been big with his defense, forcing turnovers. It has 12 points. Free throw no good there. I'm sorry, it has 13 points on the night. And this is a big one. This makes it a 3-point game with 30 seconds. Again, Musselman has already used all of its timeouts. So the Applemen cannot call one here. So they had to probably discuss, 2 plays potentially in the huddle there after they discussed how they were going to foul. And no free throws are good. So still just a 2-point game. And then Martinsburg makes a crucial mistake. Chase Shipley fouls Nate White in a very similar situation to what we saw from Gavin McLean, who had fouled Shipley on the other end of the court. And Shipley might have just fouled out. It appears that he has as Jackson Steen checks in. So that really hurts the Bulldogs. White to the line. His free throw is good. 48-47. Martinsburg on top. Second one from Nate White doesn't go. Baker grabs the rebound. Baker down the court to Bunny. Ahead to Jackson Steen. Woolston tried to keep it alive, but he couldn't quite get the ball in bounds. It heads out of bounds. It's Martinsburg possession. White checks out. Logan Shelton checks in. 48-47. Dogs cling to a 1-point lead. And we have a timeout taken by head coach Dave Rogers. We'll take a 30-second break as well. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 30.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Here to Martinsburg High School, 48-47 with 22.9 seconds to go. In just a few moments, if this one goes final in regulation, we'll hear from Dylan Bishop back in the studio. And Dylan will give you the scores from around the EPAC. We know Hedgesville had a big lead at halftime, so should be able to get the win here tonight over Broadford and Christian Academy on the night they honor both head coach Kelly Church and assistant coach Jackson Rest, who are in their 25th season together at Hedgesville and have won now 400 career games during those 25 years. But in this one, it's Martinsburg 48, Musselman 47. Close as we expect between Martinsburg and Musselman in boys basketball. Kyrie Bunny has it off the inbound. Musselman has to foul. They're going to foul Blackwood, who, as I mentioned, has struggled here tonight. Avion is just 1 for 5 from the free throw line, and all 5 of those attempts coming in this fourth quarter. Still has scored 13 points, but these free throws have hurt him throughout the night. We'll see if he can come through in the clutch. This one is no good. It just looks like Blackwood shooting it a little flat. Coach Rogers telling him to try to get a better release on it. They used to tell us to stick your hand in the cookie jar. Blackwood's second one, he did put it in the cookie jars. It's good at 49-47. McLean down the court. McLean pass underneath to White. He is fouled underneath. He'll head to the line with 12 seconds to shoot 2. Steen trying to get back in transition to get a block, but the foul called against the Dogs. 12 seconds, 49-47. White is 2 for 4 in this fourth quarter from the line. This one to make it a 1-point game. It is good from Nate White. 49-48. McLean checks out. Logan Shelton checks back in with 12 seconds. And a timeout taken by head coach Dave Rogers. We will take a 30-second break as well. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. It's the Bulldogs 49, the Applemen 48. 12 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Nate White's at the free throw line shooting for Musselman, who's trying to tie and potentially force overtime with this free throw. White on the night is 3 for 5 from the line. This one is up and good. It took a friendly bounce for the visitors. Ties the game at 49 with 12 seconds. Baker off the inbound to Bunny. Martinsburg's got to go. Bunny brings it into the front court. Over to Baker, 7 seconds. McQuay Clarkson in the game. He turns it over. Shelton to the rim, and he is fouled! Colton Shelton took it away, dribbled down the court and drew a foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2, and he just needs 1 with 0.4 seconds. Some keys here down the stretch. Avion Blackwood was on the bench, and Chase Shipley had fouled out. Now, Blackwood being on the bench, I know he struggled from the line, but I'm not certain why he was in the final seconds. Clark, who hasn't really been in the game that much tonight, was in the game, and he threw a sloppy pass. So I'm not certain what led to Blackwood being on the bench, besides I know the free throws, but the thing is, you knew the game could be tied. So you want your senior, the guy that can get to the rim and draw free throws better than anyone on your team at this point, with Shipley fouling out, to be in the game. But Colton Shelton to the line as the officials have delayed things, allowing Blackwood to check in for Steen. 49-49, and Shelton needs just 1 on the night. Colton Shelton is that's Logan Shelton. Colton Shelton is 2 for 4. He missed 2 earlier in this fourth quarter. The lefty, the freshman, needs just 1. Spins the basketball. It's up, and it's good. That gives Musselman the lead at 50-49 with 0.4 seconds. Coach Basile telling his guys to get back. The last thing you can have is a foul. Free throw from Shelton is good as well. 51-49. Baker rolls it into Bunny. Bunny chucks it. Full court shot was somewhat accurate, but it did end up falling short and out of bounds. And Musselman holds on to get the win. 51-49 after the last second foul, leading to a free throws for Colton Shelton, and the freshman comes through going 2 for 2 when the Applemen needed him most to help Musselman get its 9th win of the season. After a 2-7 start, the Applemen are 9-8. the Bulldogs lose another tough game in the EPAC after really a lot of good games for Martinsburg for a young team as we wait for Colin to get down there with head coach Derek Basil. Colin, go ahead and take it away.
Down here with Coach Eric Basil. Coach Basil, congrats on the win. A very emotional game. Just go through it right now, man. Let it all out.
I mean, they always are when we play Martinsburg, and, you know, they did a great job in their pressure defense. We did an absolutely awful job of handling that, and we just, I don't know, we were on roller skates in the second half for some reason. But we made some plays down the end. We made a couple big steals. Colton made a big steal there, got fouled. Those were pressure foul shots, so he did a heck of a job there.
Your team now in the past 8 games, 7-1, 9-8 overall. Now just talk about the turnaround that your team has had in the second half of the season.
Well, you know, sometimes you got to find ways to win games. We found a way to win tonight. And Martinsburg, man, they really played hard and really stayed with it. You know, those games in the beginning of the year we were losing. So, you know, credit to Martinsburg for hanging in there, but credit for our guys for finding ways to win. And sometimes in these games where you have these streaks, you just got to find ways to win, and we did that tonight.
Quick turnaround. You guys take on Washington tomorrow. What are you excited for in that matchup?
Well, it's our 4th game in 5 days. So, you know, the legs are getting a little weary. So I think our guys just got to come out and play with emotion like always and see if we can get one against Washington.
All right, thank you, Coach Marcel. Again, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Good luck. Back up to you, Nick.
Hey, hi, Jody, at home. Have a great night.
Thank you, Coach Basile, along with Colin. We'll take a 2-minute break before we head into the Palace Lounge postgame show so we can total up some numbers for you and then get into Colin's awards as well. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Whether it's a strain, sprain, or fracture, WVU Madison Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Charlestown and Spring Mills now offers same-day appointments. No referral is needed unless required by your insurance carrier. WVU Madison Orthopedics and Sports Medicine offers the exceptional care you expect for the injuries you don't. For same-day appointments at WVU Madison Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, call 304-725-BONE.
Back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we begin the Palace Lounge post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge, located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Nick Verzolini alongside me. Colin McLaughlin here for the post-game show. And Colin, it's another tough loss for Martinsburg, but Musselman, like Coach Basile said, you know, when you're on a win streak, sometimes it's not always pretty, but you just find ways to win games when it's tight down the stretch, and Musselman did that tonight.
Yeah, it was just a costly turnover by LaQuay Clark at the end to have his pass intercepted to allow Musselman to go back the other way and make 2 clutch free throws right before the buzzer at 0.4 seconds. And it's just a hot team that's staying hot, and another heartbreaking loss for Martinsburg, a team that is always, throughout the year, in the game, it seems like, but down to the wire. They just haven't been able to win, and that's just been the storyline for these Bulldogs now. 7-12 overall, 3-8 in the EPAC.
Yeah, and overall, I think it's just been a tough year for Martinsburg, but they are, a team that's been pretty competitive, and we continue to see that. So even when it seems like Martinsburg can't find a way to win, it still has a lot of things going against them. They're still a team I think you got to look out for in the tournament, even though it hasn't been the year that they wanted or the year that they expected necessarily. But the Bulldogs fell tonight. So good win for the Applemen. Really good game overall, even though things were sloppy at times on both sides. But, again, Musselman stays hot with the win here tonight. We'll give you the stats. Brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. For the Bulldogs, 14 for Avion Blackwood. Had some struggles from the line there down the stretch. 2 points from Jackson Steen, 2 from McClay Clark, 23 for Chase Shipley. He fouls out, though, which definitely plays a big factor late in the ball game. Rashad Reed with 2 from Shazier Baker, and 3 from Caleb Linton to total up for 49 for the Dogs. For the Applemen, it was 4 from Nate White, including some big ones down the stretch. 13 from Gavin McLean, 1 from Logan Shelton, 6 from Colton Shelton, who has those game-winning free throws, and then 2 from Gordon, 21 for Matt Mahood, and 4 for Troy Woolston. Colin, a few things that stood out to me, too, at the end of the game. Avion Blackwood's on the bench. McCoy Clark's in the game. Clark hasn't really played much. And I guess I understand because maybe they thought that they were going to have foul shots again, and Blackwood had struggled from the line. But, I mean, he's your senior. He's your best overall player to not have him in, and that leads to a turnover. I think a big reason why they turned it over there.
I completely agree. It was tied up at 49-49. You were finally back in it, and it was anybody's game. And, yeah, Avion Blackwood, your senior leader, is put on the bench for LaQuay Clark, who, yes, has some talent, but we know has really struggled as of late. And when he's the one that ultimately turns the ball over to allow Musselman to get the win, it's tough not to mention. And you don't obviously want to be too hard on the kid. You realize he's a kid in the high schooler, but
right. I'm just
still you got to make the statement. And yes,
I don't care who's
I
in the
completely
game
agree.
necessarily, but
you have
he's
to make it
be
known. That's the storyline,
yeah.
And that was the difference.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it definitely played a big factor there. But Colton Sheldon making a great play, too, and making those free throws. So I want to give credit on both sides. But we'll get into our post-game awards. Colin, will start with the moment of the game. Pretty easy one, right? Brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home, call 304-579-7349 to go to callchrisross.com.
Free throws at the end. That was the difference. It was Colton Shelton, a kid that's a freshman, I believe,
yep,
and was not even a
varsity
member at the start of the year. Got added halfway through because of what he was doing in the JV level, and now comes in and makes 2 very clutch free throws when the entire field house is against you. That's tough to do, and he was able to knock both down and keep a cool head, and that's the moment of the game.
And got the steal to lead to that situation as well. What about your rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
My rejection of the game goes to Caleb Linton there early on. He had a rejection down low. His first of many, just unfortunately for him, it was the, I think, only one that wasn't eventually called a foul. So that was the only clean one in the official's mind, so he gets it, and I think that might have been one of the only clean ones overall, not just by him, but from everybody tonight. So
And then finally, Colin, our player of the game, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. Who is our player of the game tonight?
I think you got to go with Matt Mahood. 21 total points tonight. Really helped his team and made free throws. That was something that Musselman was kind of struggling with. Martinsburg eventually down the stretch also really struggled with too, but he was able to string 4 in a row after missing 2 to start the second half and total 21 points tonight, so he is my player of the game.
All right, well, that pretty much wraps it up here from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Tomorrow we'll be at Washington. We'll see this Musselman team once again as they take on the Patriots, and as Coach said, 4 games in 5 days is going to be pretty tough. So it should lead to a pretty close game. It was a pretty close game last time those two teams met on Valentine's Day tomorrow, so looking forward to that. But we'll also have the Sports Mix tomorrow as well, and same time, 7:30 tip, 7 p.m. pregame show. For Dylan Bishop back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin, my color analyst, and John Orton, our cameraman. We'll say so long and see you tomorrow for more West Virginia High School boys basketball action. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Have a good night, everyone.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road.
As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community.
I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
Welcome into the N1 Scoreboard Show here at Postgame on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. My name is Dylan Bishop. Postgame N1 Scoreboard Show brought to you by the Farmer Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. Dylan Bishop here with Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 to bring you the Postgame Scoreboard Show, a game you just watched or listened to on TV10 and Talk Radio WRNR. Musselman getting the win against Martinsburg with last-second go-ahead free throws, 51-49. Other game that we have in local action, EPAC games, Hedgesville beating Broadford Christian Academy 76-10, and that's what we have in the EPAC tonight. Moving on to college basketball, 2 games we gave you updates on in women's college basketball at halftime. Number 2, Indiana won 83-59 over number 13, Ohio State. Number 17, Texas falls 66-61 and number 22, Iowa State. In men's college basketball, currently number 6, Texas trailing Texas Tech 17-15. 12 minutes left in the first half there. And West Virginia currently up 18-14 on number 9 Baylor with 11 minutes left in the first half. One final and top 25 action in men's hoops. Number 15 Miami wins on the road against North Carolina 80-72. And we'll look at some scores from across the NBA. With 22 seconds left, the Hornets lead the Hawks 144-138. With 14 seconds left, the Utah Jazz lead the Indiana Pacers 121-115. 6.5 minutes left in Miami, where the Heat trail the Nuggets 99-94. After 3 quarters at Madison Square Garden, it's 93-83, the Knicks over the Nets. 9:26 left in the third quarter in Chicago, where the Magic have a 4-point lead over the Bulls 54-50. 7:55 left in Oklahoma City, where the Pelicans have a 6-point lead 64-58 over the Thunder. 4:44 left in the second quarter for the Mavericks as they are trail by 5 points, 51-46 against the Timberwolves. Some games that have yet to tip off. The Warriors and the Wizards in San Francisco will tip off at 10 o'clock. Also a 10 o'clock tip is the Portland Trail Blazers hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. 2 finals from NBA action so far. The 76ers beating the Rockets 123-104, and the Cavaliers defeating the Spurs 117-109. So as your finals and scores from around the college and professional and high school basketball world. This has been Dylan Bishop for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 with the post-game scoreboard show, the And One Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Farmer Mechanics Insurance Company. Hoping that you have a great rest of your Monday night and a good rest of your week.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.